We'll start with a little bit of breathing. Inhale, we'll breathe in through the nose. Exhale, we'll breathe out through the mouth. We'll feel the rib cage weave together and descend towards the pubic bone. You can be in a neutral pelvis because your feet are on something. When they're in tabletop, it's an imprinted spine. We're going to feel our shoulders roll back and down. So let's first start out with some gesturing leg. Let's inhale, let the legs laterally rotate and slide out. On the exhale, zip up the abdominals, draw the pelvic floor in and drag the ball back in. Again, this can be done with your feet on the floor. Inhale, laterally rotate, slide the legs out, rotate back to center and drag the legs in. We'll inhale as we laterally rotate and slide it out. Exhale, drag it back in. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Feel the collarbone long and the shoulders roll back and down. Let's reverse this. We'll lengthen out in parallel. Turn out and exhale, draw it in wide. Feel your knees go towards in a clock that you're lying on, 3 and 9. Rotate it back up, center to the ceiling. Straighten your legs down towards your 6 if you're in a clock. Laterally rotate and open the legs really wide. Inhale, 2 more. This is called hip release. It's done usually single side, unilateral, but here we're doing both legs at a time. If the ball gets away from you, just roll it back in. That feels so nice to the hips. And then draw it back in. Resting the feet lightly on the ball. We're not like planting the feet or releasing the back into an arch, right? We're keeping our pelvis neutral, our abs engaged, and a light foot feel. Let's go ahead and inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, reach the arms over by your hairline. Inhale, raise the arms to the ceiling. And exhale, rest them back down to the mat. Good. Inhale, raise the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to reach over. Feel the ribs weave and descend down towards the pubic bone as you reach. No further than your hairline. If you tap the floor, you're going to arch your back. Inhale and exhale, return. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, reach. Feel everything tuck in. Inhale and exhale, return. 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale and exhale to return. Fantastic. We're going to go ahead and pull the right leg in. The left leg is down on the floor, right close to the ball. If you do not have a ball, you're just doing this stretch. Okay? But with your foot elevated, really allows you to draw in on that ball. Relax the shoulders, hug it in, breathe it out. If you want to make some foot circles with your bottom leg, you can. Other direction if you need to. Good. Okay, really pull it in. This helps me with my hip and my back. On my right side, low back, QL area, quadratus lumborum. It's like a handprint right here, and it runs vertically to the side of your spine. And that can get really tight. It is the #1 lateral bender. So when you do side bending, your quadratus lumborum does that. So it can get aggravated. And a lot of people say, my low back hurts. And it is a muscle in the low back area. But it's not necessarily your erector spinae or some of the more fine-tuned muscles that are very close to the spine, like your multifidi that are on your spine, like Christmas trees. They go down like that. They help you rotate. This one helps you laterally bend. So it can get really locked up. Excellent. And we're going to release that stretch. Hold it out. So there's a couple different child's pose or shell stretch variations here. You can have your arms straight like that. And my head is just holding neutral. And I have a nice stretch through my back. You can also play around with resting your forehead on the ball where it's comfortable. and then stretching here. You can rock the ball right to left. And of course, without the ball, it's just your regular child's pose. Okay. And then we'll roll out of it, one vertebrae at a time, all the way to your neutral. And just think about when you can create pressure, because if you notice, I can create pressure as I roll my spine. I can press down on the ball. Feels like a nice tension underneath the armpit, so it starts to feel like strengthening. And reach. I don't know, I hope it's helpful for you to see that it's hard for your Pilates instructor too. Stretch it forward. And then roll it up. And then we're going to bend the knees and sit up really tall and rotate to the right. And rotate to the left. We're taking a mermaid and stretching away. So we're going to inhale, exhale. Good. Take a nice big inhale here. And rotate. Inhale. Back to center. And release. Then cross at the ankles. The left leg crosses in front, the leg that was behind. In case you're on the other side, bring the ball in front. Inhale. And exhale, stretch it forward. Just move the ball so you can see I'm just rounding my body forward. Take a nice big inhale and an exhale. And rotate it up nice and tall. This is a mermaid position. Your internally rotated leg is behind here. And we're going to stretch. Take a nice big inhale. Nice big exhale, rotate. Oh boy, I'm tight. Inhale and exhale. Stretch. Then crossing the leg in front. The opposite leg that was behind is now coming in front here. Inhale, exhale, stretch it forward. So you have a nice rounded spine. Showed you there. Just stretch. And then articulate your seated spine tall. What's called, I call it a triangle stretch. I'm going to send the ball over. And then return. We'll do the other side. Send the ball over. And return out of it. Then we're going to come down to the ground, working on our figure 4 stretching. Finding yourself comfortable on the mat. Start out like a 4. We're going to stretch the leg out. Promote this leg to stretch. And then draw it back in. Okay, and then again, straighten it out. I like to take my palms up at this time, roll the shoulders back, and draw back in. And one more time out. And in. And hold. And you can just hold it. Right? If you don't have a ball, you can use the chair, the ottoman. Just make sure your chin draws down and not back. Relax the shoulders back and down. We hold. And we're going to take it all the way across at the knee and draw it in. Breathe. Good. And we're going to undo that stretch. And we can extend the opposite leg. We're going to draw the ball in and cross like a 4 at the other side. Super tight on this side. Straighten it out and in. And in. Nice. Out and in. Feel that stretch. About 4 of those. If you have one more. And then hold. You don't need to pull here, because if you keep pulling either the ottoman or the ball, if you don't have a ball, you can traditionally hold. Then we cross all the way. Beautiful. That should be a little bit more deep in the piriformis area of the leg that's crossed over. So it's the one that's on the other side here. Great. And release. Now, a lot of my other classes, we're going to roll up, had strength work and bonus sections. This one was just a few new exercises just to mix it up. Here it's a nice hip flexor stretch. I have this front knee forward, and then the ball is just pinned right against my hip flexor. A small ottoman would work here, or nothing at all. Okay, if you don't have anything, you can go down to that forearm. You can add rotation. If you do have the ball, you can add rotation that way. Take a nice big inhale, nice big exhale here. If you're slipping, you can curl your toe under. Gently press the pelvis down forward towards the ground or the ball. Okay, then we hug. I'm going to be careful of my mic. We're going to hug the ball, and I'm going to continue to rotate towards, just kind of hug down. And I was really careful about the mic right here, and I'm just resting my head neutral. I'd be a little bit more neutral if I didn't have the mic. Okay, and then I'm going to take it back to center. When you're ready, I'm going to walk it up, and then my hands behind the head, and I'm just going to gently press into an extension. And then back to center. And then we'll switch your sides. Then you'll be able to see what's going on here. Hip flexor stretch. And then down towards the floor. And then rotate open. Gently press the hips. Relax the shoulders. Good. Excellent. I'm taking it back to center when you're ready. And I'm going to let my body rest and be just as cautious of my mic. So, guys, you're hugging the ball. You might hear it for a moment. I'm just going to try to roll all the way down. Just helps me release the neck, too. Doing that twist, relaxing the shoulders. You'll probably hear some vibration. Not bad on the mic. Then take it back to center. Rotate the head first, press it up, and stretch back. And then back and forth here, pressing off the ball, and then stretching out. Take any stretches here that you need. Make sure not to hang your head, guys, as I'm doing that. It's putting strain. So I am a little more rounded, but then you can roll over to the right. And then you can roll over to the left. And then we take it back to center. And then we roll it up.